On an otherwise normal afternoon of January 20, 1996, three young women, Lily Ann Silva, just 16, her sister Valkyria, 14, and their friend Katia Xavier, 22, were walking through a vacant lot in Varginha, a small city in Brazil. As they crossed the quiet field, their peaceful walk shattered in an instant. There, crouched silently among the weeds, was a creature so strange and unsettling that their very blood froze. According to their accounts, the being was unlike anything human. Its hairless skin was oily and brown, its large head adorned with three strange bumps. What terrified them most were its eyes, huge, glowing red orbs with no pupils, staring right at them. Then the foul, overpowering smell hit, the acrid scent of sulfur and ammonia that made their stomachs churn. Frozen by a mix of shock and primal fear, the girls remained still a heartbeat too long. Lily Ann's scream broke the silence, and the trio fled, hearts pounding, breaths ragged. Terrified and overwhelmed, they told their mother they had seen the devil. Those moments would scar their memories forever, marking the beginning of a mystery that would grip their city. The girls' story quickly spread throughout Varginha, igniting panic and curiosity among its residents. Days before, several sightings of strange lights and unidentified flying objects had already unsettled the city, but now, the report of an alien creature brought fear to a fever pitch. Almost immediately, the military appeared. Soldiers rolled into town by trucks and armored vehicles, their presence heavy and undeniable. Eyewitnesses recall patrols through the streets, barricades, and checkpoints near key areas like the empty lot where the creature was first spotted. Some men wore uniforms, others had military haircuts but wore civilian clothes, intensifying the aura of secrecy. Locals whispered rumors of secretive searches, nearby gunfire, and covert operations under the veil of night. The heightened military presence brought more unease than comfort, making citizens feel like spectators in a silent war they didn't understand. Fear spread faster than facts, and Varginha slipped from ordinary to the center of an extraordinary and unsettling event. Following the unsettling encounter with the creature, the three girls and their family experienced a new type of intimidation. Men in black suits, professionally dressed, silent, and imposing, visited their home. These men came without warning, their presence spreading a shadow of fear deeper than the one cast by the creature itself. The men said very little but made it clear their visit served to warn the family. They knew personal details about the girls and their lives, heightening the sense they were being watched. The message was unmistakable: never speak of what you saw. The girls and their mother felt trapped between fear of the unknown creature and the threat of powerful forces demanding silence. These visits brought anxiety and tension that haunted the family long after the first sighting, creating a suffocating silence and a deepening psychological toll on the witnesses who simply wanted their story heard, but now were forced to hide it. In the months following the incident, official responses sought to downplay the event. The Brazilian military issued statements denying any extraterrestrial involvement, calling the incident a case of mistaken identity involving a local man with a mental disability named Medinho. According to the official inquiry, Medinho's unusual behavior and movement had been misinterpreted by the girls, explaining the creature-like descriptions. The military insisted that all troop movements and cordoned areas resulted from routine maintenance exercises, not to cover up alien contact or crashes. The military also claimed that all troop movements, roadblocks, and searches were part of routine maintenance exercises and had nothing to do with alien activity. These explanations were presented as the final word on the incident. However, for many residents and ufologists, these claims were insufficient and dismissive, failing to account for multiple eyewitness testimonies, strange military behavior, and unexplained events surrounding the case. The official line was met with skepticism and accusations of a cover-up, deepening the divide between government accounts and public belief. The effects of the Varginha incident lingered long after the events of January 1996. The city, once quiet and unremarkable, became known worldwide as a hotspot for UFO enthusiasts and investigators, earning the nickname, the Brazilian Roswell. The case attracted endless media attention, spawning documentaries, books, and conferences, as well as a surge in local tourism tied to the mystery. For the witnesses, especially the three girls, the encounter left lasting emotional scars. Carrying the burden of their experience amid pressure to stay silent created an atmosphere of anxiety and isolation. The family's intimidation by unknown men in suits added to their trauma, and the silence imposed by authorities only intensified their feelings of powerlessness. Decades later, the city embraces its legacy with museums and monuments dedicated to the ET of Virginia, yet unanswered questions remain. What actually landed that day? Were there multiple creatures? Why did the military intervene so heavily? The legacy is both a source of pride and haunting mystery, a puzzle still unsolved, waiting for the truth to emerge from shadows and silence. The aftermath of the Varginha incident took a darker turn with the story of Marco Eli Chiriz, a 23-year-old military police officer who was directly involved in the capture of one of the strange creatures. On the evening of January 20, 1996, Marco and his partner reportedly saw the creature dart across a street and, acting quickly, Marco grabbed it by hand, wrestling it into their police vehicle. In the days after the encounter, Marco's health began to deteriorate rapidly. He complained of a strange greasy residue on his skin that refused to wash off and an intense ammonia-like smell clinging to him. Soon, fever and weakness followed. He was hospitalized with an unidentified infection that baffled doctors. Despite medical efforts, Marco died less than a month later, on February 15, 1996. Officially, his death was attributed to complications from surgery related to a pre-existing cyst and a hospital-acquired infection. However, his family and many researchers believe his death was a direct consequence of exposure to the alien creature, possibly involving a mysterious contagion transported by the being's touch. The rapidness of his decline, the secrecy surrounding his medical records, and the closed coffin burial under military supervision fueled suspicions of a cover-up. Marco's tragic fate remains one of the most haunting aspects of the Varginha case. The immediate aftermath of the captures saw strange and secretive activity around Virginia's hospitals. Witnesses reported a highly unusual military presence at the regional hospital and the smaller Humanitas hospital, where the alien beings were allegedly taken for observation or examination. Nurses and medical staff described feelings of unease and intimidation as armed soldiers kept strict control over access. An anonymous radiologist who worked during those days later revealed he was ordered to perform X-rays on large sealed containers suspected to hold the creatures. He recalled a strong chemical smell of ammonia filling the air for days afterward, a scent many linked to the original alien encounter. Militarized convoys were seen transporting mysterious crates away from the hospitals towards military bases and other secret locations. The nature and fate of these creatures remain heavily shrouded in government secrecy, with most official records classified or simply denied. The secrecy and unusual military behavior only deepened local paranoia and led to widespread speculation that the creatures or their remains might have been moved to undisclosed facilities for study, far from public eyes. More than a quarter-century later, the incident's legacy endures. Varginha, once a small Brazilian town, is now synonymous with one of the most controversial alleged UFO encounters in history. The so-called Brazilian Roswell continues to attract ufologists, mystery seekers, and conspiracy theorists worldwide. For the original witnesses, especially the girls and their families, the event cast a long shadow, emotions ranging from trauma and fear to defiance and determination to keep telling their story. Yet the official silence, continued document classification, and contradictory narratives have left a lasting cloud of doubt. Today, Varginha hosts museums, tours, and annual memorials celebrating the event, but the fundamental questions remain: what actually happened in those days? Were the creatures extraterrestrial? What was the military hiding? And perhaps most hauntingly, will the truth ever fully emerge from decades of silence? A mystery wrapped in fear and secrecy, Varginha reminds us that some truths may still be hidden, waiting to be uncovered. If you found this exploration into the Varginha incident intriguing, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more mysterious and compelling stories. Share your thoughts and theories about what really happened in the comments below. Your support helps keep these investigations alive. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more deep dives into the unknown.